Liverpool Pokemon coming at you for Thundurus Thursday. Today we are going to play Gym Leader Challenge format. The rules of this format are your deck can only contain one type of Pokemon. You are only allowed one of each card with the same name, except for basic energy. Cards with rule boxes are not allowed. Ace specs are not allowed. And the legal cards are black and white on with a ban list. You can check all of that out at gymleaderchallenge.com. So today we have Jamie and Gerard coming at you to show you some hot action out of Crit Hit Game Hub in Liverpool. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and if you're interested in this Gym Leader Challenge format, they play it on Fridays in Liverpool. They're currently setting up the game, so we're going to let them get ready, decide who goes first, and we'll play some Gym Leader Challenge Pokemon. Again, this is 60 card decks with a 6 prize card game. Just like normal, you're just only allowed one card of the same type, of the same name. Starting us off, we have a little Magnemite and a Sneasel. So Jamie is going to play Trekking Boots. It allows you to look at the top card of your deck, and if you want it, keep it. If not, discard it and take the next one. Trekking Shoes, sorry. They're more like boots, but it is what it is. So let's watch and see how this turn unwinds for his turn 1. All right, so we have Professor's Letter to grab 2 basic energies from the deck. So he is clearly on a dark deck, as we know from his Sneasel starting, which means all of the Pokemon in his deck are of the dark type. And he is not allowed any other types, and no rule box Pokemon are allowed. Oh, he's flashing the Acrobike. I think they're talking about how thinning is winning, because that is true in Pokemon. So we take 2 basic energies. He has the hollow energies out there for you guys. And let's see what he does for the rest of this turn. Hopefully, both of these people can put on a great masterclass of this format. We have the Spiritomb, which I believe that's the one that does more damage for while it has damage counters. So it's like 20 or 30 plus however many damage counters it gets, and it can hurt itself. I believe that's its ability. So we're attaching an energy to the Sneasel. And I do believe that's his turn. All right, let's see what Gerard has for us, how he can start off with his Steel deck, and who will come out on top. The Darkness or the Steel? And whose deck do you think costs the most money? Oh, well, that might have answered that question right then and there. We have a Gold Ultra Ball coming down, and that is his one of Ultra Ball. Remember, you can only have one card of each type in this format. Ooh, look at all the bling in this deck. Lots of gold, lots of Illustrator rares, lots of max rarity. This man loves his bling, so we are taking a Jirachi, the Stellar Wish Jirachi. That's a very good card that was illegal when I was playing Pokemon for the first time it came out. So let's check out what we're going to do for the rest of this turn. We attach and switch. Makes sense. We want to use that wish. Make your wish. Alright, so we have some more balls, a rare candy, a Zam, and an energy. He's going to take the level ball over the timer ball. Makes sense to me, as this is still first turn, and you want to set up your board. I'm not entirely sure what his full strategy is, but being a metal deck, we can assume he's going to have those abilities that allows him to attach metals and multiple metals at a time to large metal Pokemon. There are a lot of... Oh, we have a first turn in. All right. So in is an old card that you shuffle your hand into your deck and draw the same number of cards that you have as prizes. So a late game in can be totally devastating and be a huge comeback factor for the person that is behind in the game. It is very similar to Iona in today, except Iona stacks the cards on the bottom of the deck. In shovels them in to the deck. So slightly different, because you do have the chance to redraw your cards, whereas with Iona, they're just at the bottom chilling, and you got to shuffle. So we're going to draw our 6 because no prizes have been taken. Everybody having a fresh hand. right, let's see what else Gerard is going to bench or play this turn. I believe we have a Viridian Forest over there, Earthworm, a couple of other things. Maybe the evolution to the Magnemite. All right, Jirachi woke up. No escape board needed. So let's see what we can do over here with our sneezy little boy and our Spiritomb. So we start off with the heavy ball to check prizes. We are allowed to take one basic Pokemon from our prizes and switch it with the heavy ball. Oh, it looks like he only had evolution Pokemon over there. Unfortunate, but at least now he doesn't have to thoroughly prize check because, hey, he just saw all of his prizes for turn and knows what is in there now. So let's see what we're going to follow up with. I'm not entirely sure what's in his hand, so don't know what kind of cards can be played down. Remember to stay warm out there, guys. You can see Gerard sipping on that hot tea, hot chocolate, hot some kind of drink available at Crit Hit Game Hub. And we have the Guzma for turn, getting the Jirachi out of there. We're going to go for the KO, I believe, with this Spiritomb. We're bumping it up. Is it enough for the knockout? Will it do 60? Yes, it does. So we take that KO. I believe it does 70 damage, something around those odds. So we put down the Earthworm. We evolve in our Metal Boy over there. That is one of the newer Metal Pokemon. You can see the Scarlet and Violet stamp on the card. So we have our, the League Energies. I see you, Gerard. So we have the Professor's Letter now coming down from Gerard for 2 Metal Energies. And now we're going to probably follow this up with the Stellar Wish unless he has something else he wants to play for this turn. Maybe the Viridian Forest. Try to thin some more energies out of the deck before we Stellar Wish. Let's find out. Nope, just going straight for that Wish. All right, we're taking a look. He's reading his own card, trying to make sure that's what he wants, and it is. He takes the Revive to put Magnemite back down. All right, guys, we have a match. We're knocking him out, and guess what? We're bringing him right back. So it is currently 5 prizes to 6. Let's see what else Gerard can do for this turn. We have Marnie, we have Escape Rope, we still have the Viridian Forest, and he does have that evolution in hand. So we're going to Escape Rope. Makes sense to me. You can't really use the Jirachi anymore. Willie Marnie, he does Marnie. So he has End and Marnied his opponent. He's totally controlling his opponent's hand at this point. He may be down in prizes, but hand manipulation is a big deal in this game. We saw a Rainbow Energy over there. What else do we got? It looks like, not Divine Beast. That's the wrong game. Or is it Divine Beast? Sacred Beast, I think that's what they're called, maybe. I'm forgetting what Blacephalon and them are called. Ritual Beast, Sacred Beast, Divine Beast. I cannot remember what Pokemon translated them into for English. All right, we're putting down the little Metal Boy, and we have a Zamazenta down on the other side as well, setting up for a Bronzong or something along the way. We have a full bench on Gerard's side and a pass after the Marnie. All right, we're putting down the stadium that lets you grab a Pokemon from your deck and throw it on down, sort of like how Nest Ball works, but I believe the stadium can only grab basic Pokemon. Of course, so can Nest Ball, but you know what I mean. Just trying to reiterate what these cards do and what their effects are. We can clearly see his deck at this point. There's lots of interesting choices in there. We see the Dark Patch, we have Field Blower, lots of cool little cards, and we go for the, I believe it's Persian, I believe is the name of this Pokemon. I'm not going to lie, I'm not super well versed in the names of Pokemon. I do know what card effects do. This will evolve into a bigger cat that allows you to draw cards. I believe it has the trade ability, sort of like Zoroark GX had back in the day. But yeah, I do believe it's called Persian. And then we slam down that big old dark crab boy over there. And then what are we going to do? What can Sneasel do for this turn? He theoretically could retreat back into the Spiritomb, which is now swinging for more damage, but is it an optimal play? All right, we attach the float stone. Makes sense to me. And then we... Okay, so we are going for the shuffle effect, not the switch effect of Tate and Liza. So let's get a new hand. He played a lot of his cards. That's really good to empty out your hand and get a fresh one with your supporter. Remember in GLC that you only get one card of every type. So one of this Pokemon, one of this item, one of this supporter. So you have to choose wisely and make sure you have all the resources you need to win these games and search for Pokemon. You can't just Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball in this format. I know Gerard is a big fan of this format. He's looking for clarification on the card effect, and now he's just swinging on it, I believe, to do a little... All right, do a little damage there. So, yep, Gerard's reading to make sure he does the appropriate amount of damage and that all the effects apply. Like I was saying, Gerard is a big fan of this format, as you could tell from his blinged out deck. So what is he going to do for this turn? All right, we have Arvin coming down, searching for a tool and an item. We're eyeing the metal goggles. All right, no. Grabbing a rare candy, possibly the switch. He is kind of stuck behind this big behemoth of a metal Pokemon right now. Maybe a quick ball. I don't think he needs the quick ball. Currently has no bench space. So what are we going to take here? Maybe he'll go for the timer ball and grab multiple evolutions. He's eyeballing the energy recharge. Cape of Toughness, perhaps? Does he want to increase the toughness of his Pokemon? He is having an internal debate on this selection. He's moving it to the front. We might be increasing the toughness. So we go with Timer Ball and Cape of Toughness. So he wants some evolutions, which he does need currently. He is missing the Bronzong to move the energies around. I believe that would be the one he's playing. And he wants to make that Earthworm bigger. However you pronounce this. So this Pokemon's ability is it gains 100 HP when it has 3 metal Pokemon on it. And with the Cape of Toughness, he gets even bigger. So he'll go up to, I believe, like 330, something like that, which is a really large number for GLC format, where you just don't have those EXs, GXs, Vs with their huge stat lines. So it's a hard card to deal with while it's smacking other Pokemon, and of course tanking hits. It does also do bench damage, so it's a big Pokemon to have on his bench, but he has not got it fully charged up yet. He does play down the Bronzong, I just noticed it. And we're going for some snacky snacks. All right, we have the tag call. What tag Pokemon could he be on? I think it's just supporters, right? So we go Guzma, Hala, and... yeah, for GLC is definitely only supporters for tag call. There's Guzma, Hala, Sinlin, things of that nature. He's going for the Guzma, Hala, nothing else. Doesn't want to thin too much, I suppose. But which effect of this Guzma, Hala are we going for? All right, he's discarding 2. Oh, he's changing his mind on what he wants to discard. He's redebating. All right, we put the Evo Soda back. Again, guys, this is a friendly match. I'm not sure if that was mentioned before. This is not a tournament game, so they will be more lenient on things like this. So we discard that Dark Claw and the Evo Soda. I believe that was what his final choice was, to use Guzma and Hala. We're going to search our deck for a stadium and something else. We get our dark energy. Looks like he's eyeballing the Pokestop. So if you have not played GLC before, it is quite a fun format because it feels a little bit less broken than normal formats. For the simple fact that you don't have multiples of those broken cards. However, there are some broken cards in this format, as you can see, but a lot of them have been banned to try and make the format more balanced. So overall, I do think GLC is a good format. I don't own any GLC decks personally because I do not attend in-person events. You can also play GLC at most regional championships as well as international championships. They are official side events at the Pokemon tournaments. All right, and he grabbed, ooh, that is a shiny plasma card there. Gerard just giving that a read to make sure what this city does. So we grabbed a Rainbow Energy, and I believe the other card was Cape of Toughness of his own. It was a little hard to see there, guys, so bear with me on that. Evolution Incense coming down. And we grab the Weavile. So we're finally going to evolve Sneasel into Weavile. The Weavile is a very strong card. It was meta at the time of its release. That is the thing about a lot of these GLC decks. It is a mixed meta, so to speak. You'll see decks that were popular at one point mixed with cards from decks that were popular at other points. So it's more, I would guess people would describe it as a fair version of expanded format. And currently expanded format is not getting any love. There are no tournaments for expanded format officially as far as I'm aware. So GLC becomes your only way to play these older cards and enjoy Pokemon in a different light. So let's see what we're going to do for the rest of this turn. He's still not made a move. He has played the Liepard, which I'm not sure if that was even this turn or last at this point. I feels like it's taking a very long time for him to play this turn personally. So there goes the Spiritomb, adding some more damage to himself so we can do even more damage to his Pokemon. He is eyeing the Zorora. Oh, he went for Hoopa. I believe this is the Hoopa that when it comes in, it does extra damage. So it's like a 1 energy attacker that when he is brought in for turn, he does extra damage. I think that is this Hoopa. There were 2 Hoopas that were pretty popular around the same time, like one back-to-back. So I might be getting them confused. But we finally slammed the Weavile on the table. Again, this card saw a lot of play when it was a meta card, if that is the same Weavile. I do believe it is, though. And we're swinging, we're killing, we're moving on with our day. All right, so now Jamie now has 4 prizes to Gerard's 6. So let's keep this game going. Gerard slamming the rare candy, throwing down, I believe it's Megaton is the big one. And then, our next card is our little elephant. I believe that is the elephant before it evolves. Stellar Wish into a lot of gold cards. Oh, we have Ball Guy. All right. So we have our Rod, we have Ball Guy. Is that the Viridian Forest? I think, yes, that is the Viridian that got shuffled in earlier. What card does he want off of Jirachi? Maybe the other energy card. So we are going to go with, no, maybe not the Viridian. He does know that he has that stadium in his hand that he searched for off Guzmahala, so maybe that's why he's debating on not taking the stadium right now, or maybe he wants to bait that stadium. Currently, the other stadium not doing much good since he has a full bench. Yes, we do take the Viridian Forest. We're rolling, and Jirachi is still asleep. All right, we pass turn to Jamie, and we're going to see what he can do for this turn. Can he continue to build up his KO count and win this game, Or will Gerard finally put up a big earthworm that will be so hard for him to deal with its high HP? Just having a think here, trying to decide what he wants to do. Doesn't want to misplay his turn. What to do, what to do. Ooh, he has the dark patch in his hand now. Gerard just chilling, keeping his hands warm. Remember to stay warm on those cold nights, guys. Checking his phone, waiting forever. Come on, Jamie, make a play. I'd be very upset if I were Gerard personally. This man taking too long. Okay, we're playing the stadium. Put down the Zorora. Zora? I don't know. Zorora. We'll go with that. I can't pronounce Pokemon names. I'm keep it real. I know it evolves into Zoroark, and that's all that matters. Which I wonder which Zoroark he's playing. There are so many good Zoroark cards that came out over the years that you could include in this. GX being probably the best one, but since this is GLC, you cannot use that one. Oh, we're bringing up the Spiritomb. Does he have a boss or something? Or is he... Oh, no, we're just going for the Jirachi. Okay, we're limiting his searching options. And Gerard's like, you know what? We're good to go. We got 3 energy on this. My card is huge. He plays down the Kaparaja, I believe is the name of the elephant. And then Viridian forces away the middle evolution for Magneton, because it is no longer needed. So he's grabbing an energy. I do believe he has no hand now. Yeah, so we use the stadium before bumping the stadium. And then we bump it, grab an energy, attach so we can attack. He needs 4 energy to attack with the Earthworm. And we're using our abilities to load up the energy. I think the Magneton takes them from the discard and the Bronzong allows you to move them. I could be confusing their effects. It's been a minute since I've read these. But just know he's going to be putting his energy from the discard pile onto his Pokemon however he wants to, for the most part. And yep, take the immediate KO on the Spiritomb, opting to hurt the Hoopa on the bench. And yes, we bring up our Dark Lobster, the Guzzlord, with the Float Stone on it. Jamie having a quick read, trying to figure out what he wants to do. The game has gotten a little more difficult for him. He is ahead in prizing, but his board is looking significantly weaker right now. It looks like he has struggled to get the energies that he needs to attach on these Pokemon to do his bigger, larger, stronger attacks. He did pretty well with that Spiritomb, though. It was a pretty good trade. He traded 1 prize for 3 in all of his attacks with the Spiritomb. We're going for the Dark Patch, which we do need in order to attack, because it does not look like he has enough energies this turn to attack, but only with his lower attack Pokemon. I believe they're all 1 energy, so he could attack with Hoopa with this, he could attack Weavile with this, but we'll see what he decides. He attaches to the Weavile. I do think he had a Dark Energy in hand as well, but we're retreating for the Weavile. We're going to smack this Earthworm up for some extra damage. We put the Twin Energy down on Guzzlord. Makes sense to me. Guzzlord needs 4 energy for his big, big attack. We put down an Yveltal for turn. And now we're using the Liepard to draw some cards. So we ditch and draw 1, 2. Alright, so Jamie takes 200 damage from the Weavile. I believe that's 200, right? I believe that says 180. So that would be 180 and 20 is 200. But lucky for him, he has like 300 and something HP. So we are good to go for now. He is big, tanky metal decks. Most metal decks usually are a tank deck. So let's see how this game goes. We're attaching the energy we searched for from the Viridian. Again, he has no hand. I believe he's played all of his cards already for turn. Nope, he has the one card that he drew. I thought so. I was a little confused because he should have had 2 from the prizing and the draw, but I didn't see it. He was hiding it. What is that? Is that copycat? So if that is copycat, he gets to draw to have the same hand size as Jamie. I do believe that is copy. So that was a pretty mid supporter in a lot of the formats that it existed. However, in this format, it's pretty strong. It has had its moments throughout history that has made it good, but the last time I believe it existed, it was just a so-so card because there's so many other draw supporters. But in this format, we're limited to what we can use to refill our hand, and he had a pretty good draw off of this. Unfortunately, 2 of them are supporters, so he can't use them, but we're going to heavy ball and see what we have. Looks like we had a Versus Seeker. I didn't get a good look. Versus Seeker, a Professor's Research, or Professor Juniper, whatever the man's name is. The older Professor draw card. Gerard having a think about what he wants to do for the rest of this turn before he kills the Weavile. Or if he wants to kill the Weavile. Maybe going to go for the kill. Debating how much HP he has. Yeah, we're taking the KO, knocking Weavile out. And let's see if he can get those prizes. If he can get the Versus Seeker, that would be pretty big. It is one of the strongest items in this format because it allows you to reuse the same supporter 2 times. And we are putting the 30 on the Zorora, I believe is the one he picked. Zoroa? Yep, all right, so that's where we're putting that 30. Takes his prize, brings up the Eviltal, didn't even bother to bring up the Floatstone Guzzlord. Got some good Pokemon action going on Gym Leader Challenge at Crit Hit Game Hub in Liverpool. You can check them out north of Lime Street for all your Pokemon needs. I appreciate them making this video so I could put it for Thundurus Thursday. So there would not be a Thundurus Thursday post this week because we would simply be using this video as our Thundurus Thursday post. But all credit goes to them. This is their video, the Liverpool Pokemon scene, headed by my man, you know him, you love him, Scouse Daddy. He is a major player in the Liverpool scene because he's just such a loud, ooh. I gotta stop my praise there. We play Teamwork, I believe is the name of this card. So it's when your Pokemon is like knocked out last turn, you can search your deck for any card. So you can just grab whatever he wants from his deck thanks to that KO on the last turn. All right, as I was saying, it is, the Beast Ring for our Sacred Beast here that's going to allow him to attach 2 energy from his deck because he has the correct amount of prizes. So that is a very strong card. It has seen lots of play when it was legal. Again, as I was mentioning, Scouse Daddy, the official head of Liverpool Pokemon, mainly because he's such a prolific guy. He's very friendly to everybody and tries his best to bring everybody into the scene. So you may or may not have realized that from the Thundurus Thursday videos featuring him, but I feel amiss to have a Thundurus Thursday where we don't mention him. All right, and Hoopa coming in for the swing because the Eviltal, I believe, is a free retreat Eviltal. So we just bring in the Hoopa to swing for big damage and take that KO. And we're bringing up our Caparaja. And let's see what Gerard can do for this turn. We attach the energy to make sure we can attack. We're bossing up the Guzzlord. After he finally got the energy he needed on the Guzzlord. This is a huge play for Gerard. It was great that he got that boss last turn, or it might actually just have been a Lizandre. I'm not sure if he's playing boss or Lizandre, but you know what I mean. He got the card. He's searching. We're playing Ball guy? Did he not just support her? Ooh. Now I'm a little confused. Does he have something that allows him to double support her? Or was that ball guy ditching for Viridian to grab the medal? I believe it was Viridian. Okay. That's on me, guys. So we're searching, we're grabbing our energy, we're grabbing more energy from the discard and attaching it. Okay, so he did get the Professor last turn from the prizes. He has Switch in hand. We are KOing the Guzzlord. So it looks like Gerard is back in control of this game. We need some big damage cards out here. He does have the Hoopa, which can do pretty decent damage when combined with the Yveltal, but I'm not sure if it's enough to carry him just for the rest of those two prizes. He needs another attacker on the table. If not, the Zamazintas are going to just crush him with its strong attack. He has a pretty big hand over there. Let's see where this game is going to go. It has been quite a bit of a game here. They're casually just chilling and playing. We're already reaching about 30 minutes into game one. This is not a format, it seems, that you want to play best of three. Of course, they could be playing faster and taking it a lot more serious. Maybe best of three does work, but I do believe most people just play best of one for time's sakes, and also so they can just play casually, chill, just enjoy the game. All right, what are we grabbing over here, Jamie? We're checking to see what's left in the deck. All right. He's made his choices. I do believe he versus Seekered for teamwork to grab any cards he wanted from his deck. All right, we're evolving into the Zoroark. And Gerard is just going to give that a quick read to make sure what the attack actually does. So I believe that is the Fair Play Zoroark. Foul Play, sorry, not Fair Play. There's nothing fair about Zoroark. That is the Foul Play Zoroark. And he does have the DTE. Oh, and a Rescue Stretcher as well. So that's going to allow him to grab back. Yes, he grabbed back the Spiritomb, one of his big, scarier attackers. Because if you don't one-shot it, he is going to come back with massive damage. So here comes the Foul Play Zoroark. And a swing and a KO. Oh, the tide is turning. He found his second attacker. I was mentioning how he needed more attackers, and there it was. He got that Zoroark thanks to Versus Seeker. So we are now 1 prize, 2-3. And now let's see how Gerard makes his comeback. It appears he has a Rescue Stretcher of his own, as well as a Quick Ball, and of course, we're just going to play that Quick Ball. Let's go. I'm interested in seeing what he grabs with his Quick Ball, if anything. Did he have a Pokemon? Yes, he did. He had the Orthworm. I do believe it was shuffled back in last turn. Now we're eyeing some new stuff. All right, we play the Switch. No, we play the Viridian, discarding the Switch. Okay. Sorry for no sound on the video, guys. We did have to turn it down for this one, just to make sure, things that were said were not overheard. So maybe next time, we'll have some good boys in the audience who are a little quieter and a little less rude about some of the things they say. I'm not going to point any fingers, but we did have to turn this down. I might have the sound on really low just so it would have a little bit of a rumble, but maybe not. Maybe you'll just have to deal with me talking. All right, so we're drawing our cards. Our deck is getting really, really thin now. He did draw the Scarf there, which will allow him to boost another Pokemon and make it larger. I believe it's called a Scarf. I do know its ability. It's plus like 50 HP, but it might be called something else. I'm pretty sure it's a Scarf. I know what the cards do, but I struggle with names. I'm sorry, guys. All right, we're retreating. He has loaded up that Earthworm. One turn, ready to go. We retreated the Zamazenta, and that is the power of the combos with Bronzong and Magneton. All right, we're grabbing even more energy. He says, you know what? I need to attack. Like, I need to attack. I need another energy. So he sets up the 4 energy. We're looking at, I think it's 130 plus 30 to the bench. It might be 120 plus 30 to the bench. So pretty significant KO here because it does lead to the Spiritomb. I do believe he's going to play one of those tools he has in his hand on the Earthworm because you don't want Spiritomb to be able to get that KO. So he's debating probably over the goggles or the scarf. So we're maybe the goggles on Bronzong. All right, goggles on Bronzong. And, oh, I said scarf. It's a belt. Yep. Fighting belt, right? Whatever. We increase the HP. That's what we're doing, guys. All right, he's explaining what his HP is, and then he's explaining the KO, and then we're choosing. Okay, so now we have an understanding of the board state. Let's see what Jamie can do. It is 2 prizes to 1. Is there anything he's going to be able to do to take that final prize this turn? It's going to be really difficult facing this huge Earthworm. But let's see what he has in store. A very beautiful Mount Coronet came down last turn. Nice and gold. You can see he has all that gold bling over there. It looks like he's missing very few cards for that deck to be max rarity. Or he made the active choice to play the other version because he liked it more or something along those lines. We're thinking, we're debating. Of course, the Mount Coronet, for those that don't know, allow you to grab your metal energy from discard, I believe. I think it's like 2 metal energy per turn from discard. Then I think the Magneton in them allows them to play them. Something along those lines. All right, so we have the Acrobike. And ditch Battle VIP Pass. Makes sense. No real debate on what to keep from the Acrobike on that. Trainer's Mail. Let's see what we can get off this. Another classic powerhouse item card. Saw lots and lots of play for many a years while it was legal. And we are taking my man, Raihan. He did get KO'd last turn, which means Raihan can attach an energy from the discard to one of the Pokemon and then search his deck for any one card. But what do we do? How do we come back from this? I don't believe Spiritomb is going to take that KO anytime soon. He needs something that can take a hit as well as get a KO the following turn. So it has to be able to eat a hit from that big Earthworm over there without just getting back-to-back KO'd, because that would be very bad. All right, we're using the Spiritomb ability to put a damage counter on it. And we're retreating into Hoopa. So the Hoopa is going to do a big schmack of damage and help him out on his quest to winning the game. And I do believe I can see the game happening here. So for the 90-90, so the Spiritomb, he could potentially win with Spiritomb, I believe. But he has to get the damage counters on there to do enough damage. All right, let's see. We have, oh no, Acerola. Okay, his hopes and dreams of winning are fading away, I believe, with this one. He is ahead in prizes, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point because all the Pokemon are just too big. Yeah, Gerard just resetting everything back up. Not good for him. The Acerola definitely just stole the game away. Beautiful full art Acerola, by the way. Acerola was a very popular card when I first started playing the game, because it was around the time of the Zoroark GXs and their Acerola picking up their Zoroarks and trade-inning and drawing, and whew, what a time. I do believe this just sealed the game for him, because I'm not sure what he's going to be able to KO to get that one prize with his current board state, even with something like a Lizandre, etc. Not sure if Spiritomb will get him there. And this Hoopa is definitely going down this turn. And we're just spreading the 30 around. Obviously, we're not going to put it on the Spiritomb. We're not going to help him win this game. So our free retreat Evital comes up. Our pivoting Evital, I believe that's the one with the clutch attack. What can he do now that it is one prize card to one prize card? Is there any way he can get down a Pokemon with attack big enough? Does he play anything that can move the damage counters from his other Pokemon to the Spiritomb? Because we know he has the Raihan, so is there some item or stuff such that he is on that can move those? Or another Pokemon with an ability? I believe there's not, because I believe that is a psychic Pokemon. I think it's Jinx that has that ability. It allows you to move your damage counters around. Alright, so we play the Super Rod. We're grabbing back Hoopa. So that is another thing about this GLC format. Some of those combos, like the Spiritomb Jinx combo, is just not legal for this format. So it's harder to put as many damage counters on the Spiritomb like it was when it was a legal card. Maybe it was a Mr. Mime. I'm pretty sure it was a Jinx, though. So we go Quick Ball for... Well, we ditched the Pokestop. Probably for the Hoopa, right? Yep, there's the old Hoopa there. Can a Hoopa tank a hit from this thing? I'm not entirely sure. Or is the Fighting Fury Belt? Yeah, I can fully see the name now, guys. It is Fighting Fury Belt, right? I think it does like an extra 10 HP and gives you like 40 HP, something like that. I don't think it's enough, though. I think Hoopa just gets smacked, right? Or maybe Hoopa has 10 HP, or maybe he hasn't realized. I don't know. We'll see. I guess Jamie's on the mindset, never retreat, never surrender, right? All right, so we're putting down the Luxurious Cape. That is a big play for that Spiritomb, because it allows him to put even more damage counters and knock out anything he wants. But it's too little too late, I feel, because Jamie is just in such a bad position now, with Gerard having pretty much access to his entire deck at this point. He's seen almost every card. His hand is stacked full of stuff. He just needs to figure out which of these attacks can win him the game. Looks like he's debating on what he wants to do. Maybe using Mount Coronet. Yes, grabbing our 2 energy. Slamming 4 energy to the Dialga. Retreating the Orthworm. And I believe Dialga is going to seal the game here with its big swing attack. Yep, there goes the Hoopa. And let's see, the final prize. Was it the VS Seeker? Yes, it was the VS Seeker that he never saw the rest of the game. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And remember to tune in. If you like this video with commentary, let us know. If you like it without commentary, that's fine too. So just comment below on how you felt and if you want to try this format.